My people, how na day today? Yes, we still did this Kwam 1 versus Kwam 2 Emmanson situation. Yes, there's more revelation that's coming out now saying, in fact, one particular passenger that was on the same flight with Emmanson, don't come and not come talk. And then there's reactions to the ambassadorial role given to Kwam 1, Oga Wasiu, and the consideration to also give ambassadorial role to Emmanson herself. Before I will say something, I would like us to read this together. As you can see right there on the screen, AON considering ambassadorial role for Ibom Air passenger, says Keyamo. While you can see here, Keyamo said in a statement on Wednesday that the operators were looking at the option of using Miss Comfort Emmanson, who has also shown remorse, as their ambassador for good passenger conduct. My people, I say the situation where we find ourselves, so the only way you can trend now in Nigeria, either you are a kidnapper, you are a terrorist, you are a bus boss, you are a plane holder, or a flight killer, anyhow, I bet you go trend. But before I will take more on this, I want us to watch these videos together.
I think the laughable part of it all is making this gentleman, a man who has behaved unruly, is now made an ambassador. Ambassador means a representative. I don't get the relevance. But Keyamo gives an excuse here. He says that for further clarification, it is common practice all over the world that a repentant offender is made to preach against the exact conduct from which he has repented. It is akin to community service. It is not paid for, and it is a voluntary service. Then he says something, there's one sentence, one word that I hate people saying. I don't say I hate the guy, but I hate that word. I don't like people alluding to the fact that, unfortunately, in Nigeria, some would assume that once you hear the word ambassador, it is a big position that comes with the prerequisite. We are not stupid. We are not ignorant people. An ambassador is a representative of an organization, a group of people, a church or whatever, and is usually an example. If you want to punish somebody, you don't make him an ambassador. What you do is you don't call him an ambassador, you tell him to go on a campaign, on a repentant campaign, and in this case it's completely unnecessary. It's childish, is infantile. It's infantile, and it shows that deep thinking had not gone into what has happened here. So Mr. Keyamo should stop referring to Nigerians as saying that, unfortunately in Nigeria some people will assume. We are not stupid people. We are not ignorant. The average Nigerian who knows what it is to be an ambassador of a product. People in the public, people who are up there should not think that they are above everybody. And you say, in Nigeria it was assumed. And he says it is a big position. No, it is not. Nobody is complaining about whether he'll be paid or not. What we're saying is that an ambassador of public safety is somebody who has behaved in an unruly manner. And I can say that boldly because by saying you are pardoning him, you have implied the admission of guilt. In any case, he has admitted the guilt himself. So you could make him do certain things without calling him an ambassador to the NCAA. It just takes a lot of thinking. It just takes a lot of thinking. We have a breaking news, which I'd like to bring to your notice. I can't wait till tomorrow to discuss it. So I'd like to have the breaking news. The breaking news is is a press statement by Mr. Festus Keyamo on the crisis. And this, let me read it out to you. Decision to withdraw criminal complaint against Miss Comfort Emmanson and to address related matters. 1. In the last 48 hours, I have been in consultation with critical stakeholders in the aviation sector and those involved in the unfortunate incidents regarding the unruly behavior of certain individuals at our airports of recent. Two, though regrettable, we think valuable lessons have been learned by all sides to these incidents and airport security protocol, especially having been well highlighted for the traveling public. If nothing at all, the episodes have undoubtedly helped to raise public awareness about appropriate conduct within the aviation space. As highlighted in my previous statements on the last two incidents, clear wrongs were committed by both the offending passengers and staff of the airlines involved from all the evidence available to us and those available to the public. It is clear that all the actors involved cannot continue to highlight the injury or injustice done to them without acknowledging their own equal culpability. Therefore, after reviewing the entire incidents, which including appeals made by well-meaning Nigerians, well, whoever they are, and remorse shown by the actors, the following decisions have been reached. 1. The case of Ibom Airline and Miscomfort Emmanson. I think the other one should have come anyway. In the case of the unruly passenger, Miscomfort Emmanson, on the Ibom Airline of Sunday, the 10th of August 2025, I have conferred with the Ibom Airline to withdraw the complaint against her today. When the police took her statement in presence of her lawyer, she exhibited great remorse for her conduct. B. Subsequent to the withdrawal of the complaint by the complainant, the CP of Airport Command and the police prosecutor will immediately take the remaining steps to facilitate her release from Kirikiri prison within this week. C. I have also conferred with the airline operators of Nigeria and have appealed to them to lift the lifetime flying ban imposed on her, to which they agreed. Details of the resolution will be made public by the AON subsequently. The case of VARIETIES and Kwam 1. In the case of Kwam 1, the NCAA is reducing his flight ban to a 1 month period, of which he has already spent 2 weeks. Kwam will also work with the music star with a view to engaging him as an ambassador for proper airport security protocol going forward. Nigeria. Having publicly demonstrated penitence, the NCAA is also to withdraw its criminal complaints against Kwam 1 earlier lodged with the police. In the case of Captain Oluranti Ogoyi and the co-pilot First Officer Evan Oloba of ValueJet, the NCAA is to restore their licenses after the same period of 1 month ban after undergoing some mandatory professional reappraisals. The details will be announced by the NCAA. I have directed all relevant aviation agencies in collaboration with other complementary agencies outside aviation to immediately begin a retreat next week to properly retrain and prepare our aviation security personnel on how to deal with errant and disruptive passengers and how to de-escalate potentially explosive situations. The retreat will be fully covered by the press, whatever for, with the opportunity to ask all the relevant questions. The airlines will also have their own session when the conduct attitude of their staff towards members of the staff will be in full focus. Final comments. These above decisions were taken by government. Please note. And the airline operators purely on compassionate grounds, as government will never pander to base sentiments, politically motivated views, or warped legal opinions when clear encroachment of our laws are involved. We are sending a clear message. I wonder what that message is. That we have safety and security in the aviation sector, blah, blah, blah. Signed by Festus Keyamo. My views. I think this is extremely unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And we have missed a golden opportunity to show that the law is no respecter of persons. We have missed a golden opportunity to show that the government is ready Sheriff, help me here now. That the government is ready to ensure, for want of a better word, that the law is sacrosanct at all times. My third view is that this is not to save the girl, but is to save Kwam 1, which at the end of the day, because it was becoming apparent that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. And it shows that politicians will always protect their own. It goes back to what I said this morning. You do not have any rights under this political dispensation. You do not have any rights. The enforcement of the law in Nigeria is selective. It is the elites that will drive and cover their nameplates. They're still driving it. In spite of all the laws that you have from the police end, they're still providing escorts to a lot of persons not covered in the Constitution. Number three, if you were to go through this statement carefully, a lot of things are assumed. A lot of things are assumed, which in reality was just put together. You know, the police investigation is going on. The Attorney General hasn't even commented. You have not even finished the process, and you have truncated it.
So the funny thing is, it's like that for everybody. Whether you're an elite or you're not an elite, it's like that for everybody because everybody wants to get out of any tight situation by calling somebody that they know who knows somebody who knows somebody. Nobody wants to face any consequence for bad behavior in this country. Now we're here now. This is another terrible example of the trajectory, unfortunately, that we've been backed upon, from since God knows when. Now we've been at this situation now. It's going to get worse because this, like you said, it's a perfect opportunity to say that we are going to start to let people face, the consequence of their actions.
I think that what bothers me the most is that we don't even allow the law run its course. I would have been more comfortable if the gentleman had been properly prosecuted, sentenced, whatever. It could also be an option of fine, and then granted pardon. That would make it less. But it's as if the guy is too big. It's too much of a big shot to be brought forward because of the violation standing in front of an aircraft. And to crown it all, you turn around to make it an ambassador of good behavior. Somebody who's been indicted for bad behavior is now an ambassador of good behavior. To use the words of Itra Igodalo, who does that?
We're sitting on this. Now, that is a lawyer. Comfort is resting. We have someone who was on that plane. I think he said he was sitting on the same row, on the other, on the part of that row. He's a lawyer, he's a legal practitioner and a passenger on that Ibom Air flight from Uyo to Lagos. David Ogebe joins us virtually. Mr. David, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you coming. I'm also excited to the fact that you're a lawyer. So we saw your statements. You released your statement, and I wish I could get to part of that statement, maybe later. But you gave your own account of exactly what played out. If I summarize that statement, you were basically saying this lady was triggered. At no point did she refuse. But I'm not going to speak for you. You were on that flight. So tell us, where were you seated, your seat number, where was she seated, and what exactly happened that things escalated to the point? Because what you're going to tell us now is what none of us is... none of us is privy to what you're about to tell us now. We've only had a statement from the Ibom Air, and now a lawyer who was not in that plane but briefed by Comfort has spoken, but you are an eyewitness. So, Barrister, tell us what played out.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm a lawyer, but I'm appearing this morning, and I'd like to just stick to that. Now, I was sitting to her immediate left. So I was on the aisle seat to the left. She was on the aisle seat to the right. So my seat number was 14B. There was a gentleman to my left who was on 14A. So her own seat number should be either 14C or D. I think the window seat is 14D, while she was 14C on the aisle. So we're right next to each other, and it was a small plane. So I think the distance between us was no more than 2 feet. Yeah, so I heard everything. I saw all that transpired. And yes, she was triggered. Even though the lady, the air hostess, the second air hostess who was speaking to her, was directing all her instructions to her. Just me sitting down there, I actually felt humiliated myself, just looking at the way the lady was being spoken to. To be fair, Ibom Air instructed very clearly. The first air hostess that came instructed very clearly, no airplane mode, no airplane mode, switch off your phone. After takeoff, then you can put on and put flight mode. So it was very clear. The first air hostess addressed us on the emergency exit row protocols. After she did that, she spoke to Miss Emmanson and said, please switch off your phone. She told her twice, and then this first air hostess left to continue her duties. The second air hostess, who is the one blocking exactly who is being shown now, that second air hostess now came towards us in the emergency exit and stood, even from her posture, see that she came for trouble. And Miss Emmanson had been fiddling with her phone. I noticed she was trying to do some stuff, I don't know. And so she told her again, switch off your phone, switch off your phone. And Miss Emmanson said clearly to her, I heard it. She said, please, the buttons on my phone for switch off are not working. They are not working, so I don't know how to switch it off. And the woman said, no, switch off your phone. So that back and forth went on. So at a point, that's the second air hostess said, look, you're even using an iPhone, so you don't need a button to switch it off. So the lady said, okay, I don't know how to do it. Can you do it for me? And she said, I'm not touching your phone. I'm not touching your phone. Just switch it off. She said, I don't know what to do. So the lady now said, okay, go to settings. And when you go to settings, go to general. So the girl was holding and I said, see, please, I can't understand what you're saying. I can't read. I don't know what you're saying. It's saying where I should go to. The woman, the second air hostess now told her, I don't have time for your nonsense. Please just switch it off. She said, okay. Mr. Martin now asked, can you spell the general? So the air hostess started actually saying G, okay, G, then E. So that was the point that the gentleman on my left and I said, come on, what's going on? Calm, don't speak to her like this. The second air hostess did not even acknowledge her. She didn't even to my side to even see that someone was speaking. So at that point, I asked the gentleman to arrive. I said, please, can you just help this lady? I don't use an iPhone. I've never used an iPhone, so I'm not too familiar with settings and all of that. So the gentleman to arrive now took the phone and started trying to sort it out. So when that was going on, Miss Emmanson started talking to the second air hostess. I said, why are you embarrassing her like this? Why? Why are you? And then the air hostess told her, you better keep quiet now. If you say another word, I will deal with you. That was when Miss Emmanson flared up and started cursing. I cannot say the things that she was actually saying because the language was very flowery and X-rated, I can't say. So that was when this second air hostess said, okay, you will see. And then she left and went towards the front of the airplane. She never came back. At least I don't recollect her coming back through the aisle throughout the flight. So that is exactly what transpired. So after that happened, the gentleman to the right switched off the phone or whatever it was he did. And a couple of passengers tried to say, switch off your phone, don't risk our lives, blah, blah, blah. And then we told them, no, that's not what happened. She never said she wasn't going to switch off her phone. She was trying to switch off her phone. She said she had issues switching it off. And so the passengers calmed down and we took off. So that is what happened. But it was clear, at least to us on the emergency exit row, it was clear that there was a problem here. She needed to be handled very well. Because this lady kept simmering throughout the flight. She was cursing. I could hear her because I was right next to her. She was really upset. She felt as if these people are just against me. And why? She said she bought this ticket with her own money. So why should they treat her like this? That's what she was saying. That's what I'm hearing. And I can't tell you what the other thing she was saying because they were really nasty. But she wasn't directing it to anyone, but she was just talking. So it was clear that she was angry. And the second air hostess, the aggressor, kept checking, kept peeping to see how things are going at our end throughout the flight. I noticed it. So the passenger by my side, as we're approaching landing, were like, God help us, so let's get out of this plane before anything happened. And we were saying it in jest, but we also knew that something was off. We're so worried that I discussed with him. I said, okay, when they were telling us to stow away and put everything ready for landing, the lady didn't even hear any of that. I told her, I said, we're landing, switch off your phone, put it away. Then the second air hostess, the first air hostess, the very polite and amiable and professional one came, helped her to stow away, helped her take her purse, put it in the cabin on top, and was very professional. So all of that happened, and then the plane landed. Once the plane landed, the first air hostess, the professional one, came to the front and started disembarking by room. Just before it came to our turn, Ms. Emmanson left and went back. And I presume she went to the toilet. I used the toilet myself, and I noticed that the only apartment at the back is the toilet. There isn't even an apartment, cabin crew, and all of that, like regular things. It's just the toilet. That's the only. So that's why I presume she went to the toilet. So when it got to our turn to disembark, those of us on our road disembarked and we went out and totally forgot about the whole part until the videos and all came. So that's what happened. This is what I heard. This is what I know happened. Issue of airplane mode. That didn't come up, at least I didn't.
So, Mr. Ogebe, first of all, if I heard you correctly, you said, Ms. Emmanson said she couldn't read. She was even asking that general be spelt.
Oh, yes. That is what happened. So whether she meant that she couldn't see properly or she couldn't read as in wasn't literate, I don't know. But that's what she said. And the second L started spelling. Okay, G, okay, E. That's what happened.
Okay, but because in subsequent interactions, she didn't sound like somebody who wasn't educated. So I just wanted to put that out, for a clarity, if we can get clarity from that.
But I'm asking, why do you see the need to come out and put up this make this presentation for this girl? And what do you think we can learn from all of this?
Okay, thank you. It took me a lot to actually come out for various other personal reasons going around my life right now. But I felt the need to speak up because there was only one narrative being given out there, that this was a regular, indisciplined Nigeria was refusing to obey simple instructions. That was the narrative, and the whole social media and everywhere was really girl apart. So I felt it was important to bring this narrative so they know that it wasn't a question of indiscipline. Secondly, I thought it was important that EPOM Air hears about how one of their air hostesses acted so that they can learn. That lady needs some training, and I also thought it was important that EPOM Air hears about the very first air hostess who was very professional. They even need to give that girl an award. I think she was excellent.
We condemn the airport action in totality. Comfort was treated in the most rudest, the most degrading manner. Those actions were not ready. They were not necessary. That was an infringement on our rights. You don't hold a passenger like that. You don't hold a passenger down like that. You don't provoke a passenger, to act in such a way, and then at the end of the day, you made it look as though she was the aggressor. No. Forget about the video they are releasing and about what they want us to believe. So that's not true. Look at, just imagine. Just imagine. It was shown in the video that air hostess willfully ripped off her blouse. It was shown in the video. So, she was standing at the right side of the aircraft, while the security was malignly come forward. She ripped off her blouse. I don't know if you can zoom that video and watch it slowly.
Yes, greetings, Nigeria. Greetings, Chief of the Honorable Nations. I want to say a very big thanks to Nigeria for releasing that girl, Comfort. That's a very good step, because we all know what is good and we know what is bad. Treating her that way is very, very wrong. I want to commend our Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo. You did well. Blessings to you. More life, good health. Well, to comfort, please, listen to me. Please, everybody, tag her on this video. Listen to me, please. I was hearing people telling you go and sue Ibom Air. Listen to me very well. I want you to understand that this is a way God wants to lift you. This is a way God wants to single you out from the crowd. Yes, God wants people to know about you. That's why this thing happened. Because men looking at those videos, they wronged you. I saw it. I saw everything. Everyone who is listening, who reasons very well, knows that they wronged you. Yes, this thing has been orchestrated to lift you. So what you need to do is to use your time very well now, to grow yourself, your social media and everywhere. Your business, everything will start growing from now. I am telling you. So going around, listening to them, sue Ibom Air, those people, they are still talking bad against you at their back, rejoicing that your breast pulled out, rejoicing that they arrested you. They are still the ones telling you to go and sue them. Please be careful. Use your head. Just leave everything. Work on yourself. Make sure, go to the market, get yourself good bras, braziers, good ones, pairs of it. Get yourself nice ones. Start wearing it. That is a teaching that God have used to teach you that bra, they are very good. Do you understand? That's what God showed you. Start wearing bra from today and God will bless you. To Ibom Air, listen to me, please. All these things, all this nonsense you are doing to people. You think people, everybody's a nobody. Because they entered your flight. Stop this nonsense now when there is time. Because when I will enter your flight, you do such a thing, everybody will get it hot from me. I am not joking. Listen when there is time. Stop this nonsense. Have a civil way to treat humans. We are not animals. Even if we are, animals still have respect. Mind how you treat people. Mind how you deal with people. You've done it to the man. I saw it. You still did it to this girl. I need to go and change your uniform. Go and change those uniforms. Wear something, look good. Are you seeing a piece? Didn't people enter the management of that Ibom Air? Didn't people go international? Are you not people seeing how people look? They look good. Stop bringing people that are bitter to work for you. People that are serving as a hostess. They look good. They look nice. They dress well. They wear a good hair. Look very nice. Treat them, if you are not paying them well, pay them well, let them look nice. Don't go and bring all these prayer warriors that are very, very angry. Why are you employing them? Oh, you're employing them so that when the plane is about to crash, they start praying. That woman that was doing that, she's slapping me, she's beating me. That woman looks like a prayer warrior. That's why she's angry. She was angry because that girl is beautiful. Women hate themselves. When they see a beautiful girl, they will start misbehaving. What is she feeling like? That was why she did what she did. I know. I am not telling you not to tell anybody. My name is Chief Odenibu.
The reaction from the passenger that was sitting close to Emmanson, I want to say thank you very much for coming out to speak truth to power. It shows that the anger of Emmanson was triggered. I talked on before on our video, some of the video that I projected about 2 days ago. But what do I really know? You can see now that these two persons who have committed an obvious offense, they are not be penalized, even though the pressure for the penalization or all the sanctions for Emmanson to be lifted. But still, in a country that works, Both of them supposed to be openly and constitutionally penalized. That's how it's supposed to be. But they don't give the ambassador. Who knows what next other Nigerians are currently planning to do so that they can also get ambassadorial role. It's a big problem in Nigeria. Any angle you try to look at it is a big, big problem. A country where constitution is being selective, judgment is being selective, decisions on wrongdoings is also being selective. It's very, very crazy. At this moment now, nobody goes to court organically, genuinely, and constitutionally. Now, one person just sit down for one office, they pass decision, remove them, put them, give an ambassador, okay, for good doing and all that. At the moment now, Kwam 1 is being compensated for holding up a flight. Only Nigeria, this kind of thing, they happen. Why Emmanson is also going to be compensated due to the pressure satanically, because what they are doing right now, they are trying to balance their satanic decision. Normally, it shouldn't be like that. It's because of the pressure from social media, they are trying to balance both of them. If they have given ambassadorial role for the Kwam 1, then we have to balance it by also giving ambassadorial role to the Kwam 2. But both of them, they've done wrong. You see? So, if we continue like this, you will continue to see more saga that might likely be more than this. What do I know? This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that is affecting you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.